Greetings, ladies. Welcome to Lady in Waiting. And I just want to take this opportunity today to welcome all our new viewers and subscribers. Karibu sana. And today we have a very interesting video. I am going to speak to two gentlemen, and they are going to speak to us concerning the mind of a man during the season of marriage or just before marriage, and how they come normally to that decision. I think this is going to be a blessing to the ladies, especially the ladies in waiting. We are going to hear from the perspective of a man. Karibu sana. Okay, so I'm back with our guest today, and he's going to introduce himself even as we begin this interview. So kindly introduce yourself to my audience.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Victor Amala. I am married to one wife, happily married.
Amen.
And I'm a minister of God by the grace of God.
Amen. Welcome very much. This is Lady in Waiting. As I told you, it's a channel where women come together to discuss issues, relationship, and especially relationships that lead to marriage. And so many women sometimes have questions, or they wonder why men choose who they choose, or what is normal in the mind of a man, even as he makes the decision to get married. And my first question to you, Victor, is you got married in your 20s, okay? And in fact, in your early 20s. Was this an intentional decision, or it is something that just happened?
It was not intentional at all.
Yes.
It was not in my plans. My plan was, according to how I was raised, my plan was I finish school, I go to higher education, then I find a job, then I begin thinking of marriage. Okay. So this thing of marriage I was not planning for it, but it just came supernaturally by the way of God.
What made you change your mind? Why couldn't you wait because you had, as you're saying, those are boxes that first you finish university, after finishing university, you get a job, probably have your own material things before you finally get married. So what made you change your mind? Why did you decide, no, these are the things, the boxes will tick later, let me marry now? What made you change your mind?
When I saw her, and then I began interacting with her,
yes,
I did not see a reason to wait anymore. I decided, because she was someone who was understanding my perspective about marriages, you cannot find a woman who understands that maybe you need to begin from low. I used to know that for you to marry, you need to have a lot of money, you need to have a lot of things. So when I found this one who understands that we can begin from low, I didn't see a reason also to tick those boxes, because they already ticked in her head.
In her. Okay. In her head. So how did you know that she's the one?
How did I know she's the one?
Okay, before we go to that, had you dated, and I know you're born again, but had you tried, let me just use the word date, because that's a common term that this generation understands, yeah? Had you tried to date or to even pursue other ladies before?
Yeah, a lot, since I was high school.
I like your honesty.
I can't lie. Yes. We were in very many other relationships previously. Yeah, but maybe they didn't have any future. Yeah. Before I came to me, now this one. Yeah. But there were very many others before.
So how did you know that? What was different about her compared to the other relationships that you've been even having or trying to have? Yeah. What was different about this one?
This one was very different. It was quite different from the rest, because when I began knowing her, there were certain things that I wanted in a woman. Yes. To find in a woman, and I found them in her. Yeah. So I think that's what made me now know this is the right person. Yes. Yeah, because her character was different. The people that I dated before, I'm not banning for them, but there was something about this one that made me now say, now this one I can spend the rest of my life with.
Yes.
It is not only a matter of fleshy lusts and all that,
Yeah.
but it is someone that I can now stay with the rest of my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was different.
She was very different.
Okay. Was she the, everyone, when everyone is growing up, both male and female, we always have a vision of who our husband or even our wife would look like or be. Was she the vision you always had as a young man of whom you're going to marry? Was she the vision? There's a picture we always draw in our minds. Whether those pictures are realistic or not, that doesn't matter. But there's always that picture that you have in your mind. So was she, or is she that picture that you had in your mind?
Yeah, she's not 100%.
Yes.
But,
and that is what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, not 100%, but at least I can say some boxes are checked, because
most boxes are checked.
Yeah.
So the boxes that were not checked, are they things that can, how can I put it? The boxes that were not checked, are they things that you can live with, or there are things you just said, I will try and tolerate this?
Some I can tolerate. Some, no one is perfect.
Yeah.
If I try to look for a perfect person, I'll not find.
The picture, that perfect person in your mind doesn't exist.
Yeah, doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But so there are some characters I will tolerate, because even some I did not know them previously when I was dating. I came to know them later. So I have to tolerate again because you cannot go back.
And that's very interesting. And I think it would also be nice for you to shed some light on it. Do you feel like there are some things that during your time when you're dating, there are things, whether she did it intentionally or not, that were hidden at that time, but now that you're married, you're starting to see things, whether good or, they can also be very good things, and there can also be things that you're like, how come I never saw that before I said yes I do? So are there such things?
They are there.
Yeah.
There are very many.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know if I can say this, but the reason why I tolerated some things is because of the counseling that you went through, and the biblical ways that you were raised, to understand that marriage is not a bed of roses. You can enter it very happy, but after some time you realize some things that you did not see in this person. But because of guiding and counseling and all those things, you come to realize that this is a human being. There is no angel. You married a human being, and even me, there are some flaws in me that she has seen, and she tolerates them. So I also tolerate them, and that is marriage.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
At the point of your decision to marry her, I'm sure there were more beautiful women than her. Maybe not. Because everyone always believes that the person they marry was the most beautiful amongst many. So for you, is beauty enough to decide on whether to marry someone or not? And I'm saying this because sometimes women work so hard, as women, we work so hard on our outside, how we look on the outside, hoping that is enough to attract a man or to keep a man, or to make a man make the decision to marry us. So do you think that beauty is enough?
According to me, no. I think beauty is enough to attract a man.
Yeah.
But beauty is not enough to keep a man.
Hey.
That's what I can say. Because a man can be attracted to you so much, but that's why we find very many relationships outside here that don't end up to marriage. Because a man can be attracted to you because of your makeup and your beauty and all that. But after he stays with you after some time and learns your inside, your character, that's what will make the decision either if he will stay with you forever or not. So the inside of a person is what really matters more than the outside. Because even this outside can change anytime, but the inside is what will really make this person to decide that this one I can stay with the rest of my life.
So you say beauty can attract a man, but it is character that is going to keep that man. Wow. So out of 10, if choosing a wife, you needed 10 points. So according to you, okay, for another man it will be different, okay? According to you, out of 10 points, how many points does beauty take? And be honest.
Okay, people are different.
Yeah.
People are different. But beauty, me, I also consider the beauty. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I can't lie. But it takes about 7 points.
7 points.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Yeah,
So only 3 is for character.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, if you are dividing.
Yeah.
No, if you are dividing, then no. If you're dividing, then I say maybe beauty 3, then 7% for
7% for character.
For character.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting. Okay. And when you are dating your wife, okay, when she was your girlfriend, did you ever give her money?
Money. Yeah.
Did she ask for it, or you just gave her?
No, she did not ask for it. I just gave her. I saw she was. There are some times I could see she was in a need.
Yeah.
And she was very shy.
Yeah.
To ask me of money. So there are times I could give her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, because this is a very serious issue, and I think as a Kenyan, we always have this thing of women. You will tell a woman to come and see you, and the first thing they tell you, send bus fare, fare. So, should women ask men for money? And and besides that, if a woman asks you for money, how do you think you're going to feel about that woman? So should women ask men for money to begin with?
I don't think women should ask men for money unless it is very serious. Very serious.
Yeah.
But when you ask a man for money, according to me, you see like there's this time we use gold digger.
Yeah.
Like she's only interested in money, not even relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think it is good for women to ask for money.
Yeah.
Especially if it is something that you can deal with, just deal with it. To show this man also that you are also independent in yourself.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but there are some situations that maybe you are terribly sick, you are in an emergency, maybe you can ask something like that. But this common thing, so send me money for cheapo so that I can earn something. So
those are funny things.
Yeah, they're not good.
So in other words, a proper man would even just give you money when they see you in need. You don't even need to ask them. Yeah. Okay. Was it love at first sight?
No, it was not love at first sight.
But was it attraction at first sight?
Yeah, it was attraction at first sight.
At first sight. Yeah, so beauty is important. So you saw something, you liked it, you got attracted. But love was not immediately.
It was not,
okay.
Love was not immediate.
So it was attraction at first sight.
Yeah.
But not love.
I came to love her after I knew her.
After you knew her?
Yeah, inside.
Okay.
After staying with her, interacting with her, then I came to know, wow, there is something special about this one.
Amen. Amen. Should women approach men? Or how would you feel if you are a single man and a woman comes to you and tells you, I love you? Or you are, I don't know what women say. The things you tell us, the things you tell women, how would you feel when a woman approaches you? Or should women approach men?
I think what I could feel is I could feel like a woman if a woman approached me. Because there is something in a man that you really want to chase after a woman. So if a woman just comes and gives herself to you cheaply, it makes you feel like, no, this is not worth it. I cannot. There is somehow you want to fight for this woman so that you can have her. But when a woman just comes to you like that, you see like, this one
something is not right.
Cheap. Something is not right. Or maybe there is something she wants, maybe money and all that. Like you don't see it like a relationship that can last. Thing like that. So me, according to me, I don't think it is advisable. Even if you love a man, you can maybe just lay some little traps, but don't go straight to the point that I want you. It will make that man feel like he wants to feel like the man. And for him to feel like the man, he needs to be the one coming for you. So in other words, men like to feel like they're the ones who have hunted for you. But a woman is allowed to, if you feel a certain way towards a certain man, you can always make sure the man is seeing you. You pass there. You pass there.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Do you prefer, even, and this is not just because you're married now, even before you got married, Do you prefer a stay-at-home wife? Was that your? Do you know sometimes we have dreams, and sometimes the reality of life is that it doesn't work that way. You know, you find life is hard. Everybody has to hustle, okay? But do you as Victor, do you prefer a stay-at-home wife, or you would prefer one who helps you to build your family, as in she also helps to bring in the butter to butter the bread, you know? Or you prefer your wife to just stay at home, and while you go and hustle? What is the ideal wife for you? For another man it could be different. For you, what would be the ideal wife?
According to me, the second option.
Yes.
That we build it together.
Yes.
Because this life, two are better than one. There is a reason why two are better than one. But of course, it is not a must that a woman should go and work and all that. But it is just ideal and good for a woman to help in the making of that family. Because when you come with something and I come with something, that is how we grow very fast. Than when you're just seated. So according to me, I think it can be ideal and good if we build it together. According to me.
Yeah, it will be faster.
It will be faster, exactly.
But of course you also have to remember there are times the woman has to sit at home because of babies.
Exactly. And also there are some jobs I will not want my wife to do. Those hard things.
Wow. Wow. So another question I have, I'm aware that you and your wife come from different tribes, totally different. One is this end of Kenya and one is the other. I don't want to mention the tribes, okay? How has culture and tribe played out in your marriage? I know you've not been married also for long, but how has that played out? Are there things she does or says you're like, eh? Women would never say that in our culture. You know, has it somehow been not challenging in a negative way, but not challenging in a positive way, you're like, okay, now I have to learn to keep up with this because this one comes from a different place? How has it been in your young marriage?
Culture. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've seen.
Or it didn't even matter. You've not come across.
I don't think I've come across anything of culture that I can remember. No.
So Jesus, your culture is Jesus.
As at now.
Maybe
I'm yet to know. I'm yet to see others.
So do you think salvation, because you are a believer and your wife is also a believer, and you met in church, by the way, you forgot to mention that you met in church. So do you think salvation makes marriage a bit easier?
Yeah, very much easier. Because just as I have said, we have not really fought in terms of culture. We have not really clashed. Because this salvation is what maybe has helped us. Because most of the things we discuss based on what we have learned in church, not what we have learned in our cultures and our homes. Not that we disregard them, but most of the things that we learn and what are beneficial to our marriage is what we have learned in church and all that. So culture, I have not really crossed culture, but maybe I will.
Maybe you will in the future.
Maybe you will in the future.
And if in the future, and I know that you're trusting God, you're still in your early years of marriage, and I know at some point you want to have children. What language will you teach your children? Because you're from another tribe, and she's from another tribe. I know that's a very challenging question.
But I think my language.
I think I'll have an interview. One of these days I'll have an interview with your wife to hear what your wife will say.
But the funny thing is, even at our home, we have not been taught our language. So I don't know our language. I only know Swahili and English. But I don't think I can teach my child the language of my wife. I don't think so.
but you know, the good thing with our children are so intelligent. They always pick up. They'll pick up both languages, you know, and they'll just learn. Okay, so how has marriage been so far? Can you marry again?
Can I marry again?
Yeah. You know, from what you've experienced in the few years you've been married, can you still choose marriage?
Yeah, I can still choose marriage.
You know, there are people who they tell you, hey, if I'm given another chance, I will not do this thing.
No.
So can you still choose marriage?
Yeah, I can still choose marriage. Though there are sometimes I feel like I cannot choose marriage. There are sometimes you meet the other side of a person and you feel like, what? But there are just few instances in which you just come back very fast. But me, I can still choose marriage. The advantages of marriage are better, are more than the disadvantages. So me, I will forever choose marriage. And I'll forever choose my wife more than anyone.
Amen. Thank you very much, Minister Victor. I'll definitely call you again for another. I just wanted to know your mind during your courtship or during the time when you're dating your wife, and then just how you're doing. But I know I'll call you again for more questions. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless you.
Thank you so much.
And may the Lord keep you.